Hi, my name is Chris, N9CVR. In this video, we're going to look at how to do net control and what that is. Alright, so first thing, you may have heard of a net before. Basically, all a net is when a group of amateur radio operators get together and talk. The big problem is on FM, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be being the net control station for an FM net. There's this problem that basically the station with the loudest I don't want to say loudest like volume, but the highest power basically dominates everything else and quiets out everything else. In AM, so for example, if you're doing an HF sideband net, everybody can kind of talk over each other and it gets garbled too. So there's a real benefit to having a structure to the communication and having only one person talk at a time. And basically that's the job of the net control station. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm actually recording this portion of this video the day before, so I'll be doing this tomorrow, but I'm starting to set up, is basically making sure that traffic comes in and out in a regulated manner, so things aren't confusing, so that we don't just have a train wreck on the air. And so that certain rules are still followed. So for example, if there's an emergency. So one of the things, actually, the reason I'm doing this right now is in Northeast Wisconsin, over the next couple days, there's supposed to be at least the possibility of some severe weather. And that's something we got to watch, because the repeater that we're on normally gets used during severe weather events for weather nets, weather spotters, and people like that. So we can't just come on there like a bunch of yahoos. Oh yeah, let's just talk about random stuff when it's being used for kind of priority use. The other thing is, the way amateur radio is set up through the FCC rules, emergency traffic always has to have priority. So one of my jobs is going to be to make sure that that happens. So all of that, I'm sitting here kind of watching what the weather's going to be like. Got the time up, script for what I'm going to say, things like that. And a log for keeping track of who checks into the net. So maybe a little bit of a closer view here. Basically what I've got going on is I've got the 3 screens of my computer set up. You're probably pretty familiar with that already. And over here I have my radio. Now, I'm not cool like some people, and I just have an indoor antenna. So actually right over here on the couch next to my bills, I have my 2-meter J-pole. That's something I would like to move outside eventually, but time. And obviously the radio there has to have its power supply, so the power supply is sitting over there. So that's kind of what I've got. You see the HT over there as well. In case something weird happened, I can always hop onto that as well. And then basically what I've got screens-wise is got the National Weather Service here up. And in particular, what I'm doing is every so often I want to go check the hazardous weather outlook. And the big thing I'm really watching here is Wednesday. Yes, I full well realize I'm screen recording, not screen recording, screen recording with a camera, whatever, but that's okay. Wednesday is when the net is going to be, and you see there's this chance of thunderstorms from Wednesday night into the weekend, stronger storms possible, etc. Now for today's spotter activation is possible this afternoon or evening. I want to see what that looks like tomorrow, because if there still is spotter activation tomorrow we may have to move to a different frequency. Here I've got my script. It's kind of sort of a PowerPoint, but that's okay. And nice big font so I can read it easily, tells me what to do. And then over here I was given this check-in sheet that works pretty well. You see me over here, and then over here I can start adding in other stations as they come in. The way we do it, you see here mobile or short time. We allow the portable, mobile, and short time stations to go in first because, again, the way higher power of the base stations can kind of overwhelm them. So we let them go first and kind of fight it out, who gets in what order. And then the bigger stations can come in. So before we watch me do net control for a net, I want you guys to get kind of an experience of what it's like to participate in kind of a little bit different of a net. So the net that I'm going to be performing NCS duties for, the net control station NCS, is, we call it an informal but controlled net. So basically that means that any traffic that comes through the net, anybody who wants to talk, has to get told to talk essentially by the net control station. There are other nets. There are formal nets, which actually I've never participated in. Not 100% sure how that goes. I'm kind of looking forward to doing that someday. And then there's also like very, very informal nets, which in a few minutes here, there should be one coming up. Basically, our amateur radio club has a morning coffee net, is what they call it. Basically just, having fun. Hang on, got somebody driving crazy here. Yeah, I tend to speed, but this guy is all over the road. Okay. Anyway, it's a very informal net. Basically, just everybody get together and pass it around. So, kind of hoping here pretty soon. We're looking at about 7 minutes that will happen. KB9AIT, this is November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo.
Yeah, you want to start the net? I'm not going to make it today. I had surgery yesterday, so I'm in pretty poor shape.
Gotcha, yeah, hope you feel better there. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It might be a quick one, not all three for anybody else who's listening, but yeah, I'll do it if you'd like.
Appreciate it. Thanks. KB9AIT.
73, this is N9CVR. I guess I'm doing the net. This is N9CVR, November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, with the Wednesday edition of the Coffee Clutch Net. I'm actually mobile, so we'll give this a shot. It'll probably be a quick one. If anybody would like to check in, I will be standing by and try to remember the call signs.
One eternity later.
Again, this is November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, N9CVR, with the Wednesday edition of the Coffee Clutch Net. If anybody's out there and would like to participate, please call Net Control now.
Control, W9TT, did you get our check? Yes.
negative, I did not. If you've got a stronger signal, actually, would you mind doing net control? KB9AIT Gary is out, and he asked me to do it, but I'm mobile, so if I try to do it, it might actually end up being pretty messy.
Okay, sure, I can do that, Chris. So we have, was it N9CVR? We have me, WA9TT. We said we had Laurel, KD9AJT, and we had KCKG9JP. So are there any others wishing to check into the net called WA9TT? Control. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Papa Hotel, leaving on RPH, Dave and Vanessa, no traffic. Gotcha, Dave. VOP, Roy, you're now open.
Yeah, see, we got weird propagation stuff going on right now. I'm not picking stuff up that I should be. So,
Got you, Casey.
let's see what happens here.
Roy, KC9VOP, any other check-ins?
Pretty happy I passed that off because while I'm driving, my memory is not that good for. Let's just look at this here.
Okay, very good. Well, I got a nice list of check-ins.
Okay.
I'll put myself to the top of the order. But then what we have is N9CVR,
That'd be me.
followed by KD9AJT.
KD9AJT, that's who I'm passing it on to.
Talking loudly here. KB9RPH, Roy, KC9VLP, AB9AH, and Eric, N9HJ. Gary had a little minor surgery, but probably to take care of some unease, so he's not able to make it today, and don't have a question today, so just open mic, so we'll start with Chris, N9CVR. I think, Chris, you said you're running mobile.
Yeah, thank you, Larry. And especially thank you for taking the net there, because I picked up. I'm on my way to work, and trying to do net control twice in one day is probably going to be messy, especially when I'm mobile right now. So I really appreciate your doing it for me. Kind of what I got going on is I was doing some testing again. I'm going to be doing the weekly 2-meter net tonight, and so I was doing some testing of my, I call it mobile base station because it's a mobile radio, but I use it as my base station. And I'm still having weird audio issues, so I'm going to see if I can try to resolve that before tonight. Otherwise, I might be contacting some people to kind of stand in case of needing to have somebody do net control for me. Past that, just the drive to work. I heard there was a thunderstorm kind of by Shiocton, but I'm not seeing anything between the Fox cities here, so that's all I've got. I believe it was, I don't remember the call sign that I'm supposed to pass it to, sorry. I'll let you go next. This is N9CVR. Yeah, I blanked on that call sign.
Very good. We'll pass it over to Laurel here.
Laurel,
in just a second. And so, Chris, I'll be on. And with that, over to next is Laurel, KD9AJT.
KD9AJT. I got to remember his name, or call sign, rather.
NAJT, good morning, everyone. I'm surviving the night. We had a thunderstorm go right over the top of my house, about an inch of rain, and there was so much thunder and lightning, I had no idea what was going on. But that's about it. I'm still trying to wake up. So on to the next guy. Let's see, I got Casey. Retrated. That'll be easy. There you go, Casey. Morning, everybody. Not much to report here. Didn't have a drop of rain at the estate in good Dave, KB9RPH. This is KG9JV. KB9RPH here. I don't know what's going on here. Just drop in and check in and catch it.
So So hopefully what you're getting out of this is a much more informal net. Everything's just kind of getting passed back and forth on to the next guy. Net control's really not doing too much other than set the order and then the order goes. In this net, we do check-ins. Then second goes, where again, we're just kind of talking about whatever. And then what we call a 73 round, where really all we're doing is just any last comments, see you guys later on Friday kind of thing. So this is kind of how a net goes, at least a very informal one. I'll probably sit here for a few more minutes and take a listen. After that, I'm actually at work, so I'll hop into work and do that and be ready for the net tonight. All right, 15 seconds to go here. CQ, CQ, CQ. Welcome to the Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club's weekly 2-meter net. This is Chris, November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, net control station for this evening's net. This net meets every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. local time on the 146.760 repeater. The repeater has a negative offset and a PL tone of 100 Hertz. The purpose of this net is to promote good fellowship among amateur radio operators, encourage the use of good operating procedures, improve communication skills, and to share technical information and comments with the group. Tonight's net consists of the following parts. Part 1 is check-ins, beginning with portable, mobile, and short-time stations, followed by all other stations. All hams are encouraged to check in by calling net control and then unkeying to be sure you are not doubling with another station. Kind of like this. Then slowly and clearly give net control your call sign, name, and the city you are in. Again, I'll say slowly and clearly because this is my first time doing net control and cut me some slack here. So please indicate when checking in whether you have any traffic for the net, such as club announcements, meetings, or messages. Part 2 is second goes. It is during this time you can ask technical questions, pass any traffic, including equipment reviews, swapping for sale, or any other information you have to share. This is an informal but controlled net, and all traffic should come through net control. In case of emergency traffic, please announce emergency at any time during the net. Emergency traffic will have priority use at all times throughout the net. If there is any emergency traffic, please go now. Hearing no emergency traffic, I will continue with the formatted portion of the net. This is November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, your net control station for the Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club's weekly 2-meter net. I will now stand by for check-ins from portable, mobile, or short-time stations. Please call net control.
Control? Oh, this is WI4WD Mobile. Short time, no second go. Thanks for doing the net tonight, Chris. Net control. Control, this is Kilo Charlie 9, Tango Foxtrot Mike, John, Bolo, and Chris. Net control. Net control, this is Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Papa Whiskey Rudy in Little Chute. No traffic. is Whiskey 9 Sierra Juliet Oscar Steve in Greenville. No traffic.
All right, good place to break there. I have so far WI9 4WD Whiskey India. Sorry, excuse me. Whiskey India 4 Whiskey Delta Joel, short time and mobile. I have Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Foxtrot Mike John, mobile in High Cliff. Kilo Delta 9 Romeo Papa Whiskey Rudy, I don't know, mobile or portable. Whiskey 9 Sierra Juliet Oscar Steve in Greenville. Any other portable, mobile, or short time stations, please call Net Control. All right, hearing no more portable, mobile, or short time stations. This is your Net Control station, November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, for the Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club's weekly 2-meter net. Now standing by for check-ins from all stations. Please call Net Control. All right, hearing no more check-ins or traffic, we will now move on to the second goes. The topic for tonight is, especially because I'm relatively new to amateur radio, I'm really curious to hear all of your answers to this. What radio are you currently talking on? What is your favorite thing about it? And what is your least favorite thing about it? I'll go first, and then I'll pass it on. I guess before that, during this time, you may also ask technical questions, list items for sale or wanted, although please no haggling on the air. You can also do a equipment review or discuss other topics. We'll start with me and then see if we can move on to Joel. He may not be around. Actually, let me reset here quick. The radio I was supposed to be on is a Yaesu FT1500M, but I've been having a lot of problems with that, so I'm actually on my backup HT, which is, I guess, unfortunately, a Baofeng UV5R. My favorite thing about it is it is what got me my license. Basically, I was given it as a Christmas present, and it kind of kicked me to go and get my license. My least favorite thing about it is, well, it is a Baofeng, and I'm trying to do Net Control on only 4 watts. So with that, next on the list, if you're still around, WI4WD, Joel, go ahead with your second go.
Well, thanks for doing the net tonight, Chris.
Appreciate that input there. Before I close any other check-ins, all right, hearing none. Before I close this net, I would like to encourage your use of the other repeaters owned and operated by the Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club, the 145.330 and 443.650 megahertz. I think that one's on the air. I'm not sure. I know it was off for a while. But both of those repeaters have a PL tone of 100 hertz. If anyone listening is interested in joining the wonderful and exciting world of amateur radio, please go to fcarc.club and the Contact Us page and leave a message. Our meetings are normally held on the third Monday of the month at the Maplewood Middle School, 1600 Midway Road in Menasha. The meeting starts at 7 p.m. local time in the group meeting room, door 17. Look for the vehicles with the antennas. Talk-in frequency is this repeater, the 146.760. For the latest information and updates on the Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club, visit the website at www.fcarc.club. That's www.foxtrot.charlie.alpha.romeo.charlie.club. I would like to thank all of the stations for checking in tonight and bearing with my my newness. We ask that you return to the net next week, same time and same frequency. This has been a Fox Cities Amateur Radio Club production. I will now end this net and return this repeater back to normal use. 73, and have a great week from November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo. Well, hopefully you found this video helpful, kind of looking at both just kind of being involved in a very informal net, and then also, you know, what it looks like to either perform net control duties or just be involved in more of a still informal but controlled net. Any questions, please feel free to sound off in the comments. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's about it for this video. We'll see you on the next video, and 73.